Welcome, Sagittarius and Sagittarius Crosswatchers, to your reading for this week. So I hope you guys are all having... Whoop! Okay, so that's like a million cards. Not a million, it's 3. So, Sag, we have the 6 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Lovers, and 8 of Swords. With Temperance, so that's your card at the bottom here. I feel like something's gotten really convoluted lately. It obviously feels like it's a love situation. It's almost like this person has a crush on that person, but that person has a crush on, this other third person over here, and there's a fourth one that's involved, but this one has it, and like, you know what? It just kind of feels like, it does feel like you're leaving something behind that you may miss. But it just feels like it wasn't something that you wanted to be involved in anymore. Hold on, we're just gonna pull a clarifier. Can we get one on the 6 of Swords, please? Oh my gosh, apparently I can't shuffle today. So we got 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles. You're done. Whatever it is that you've been putting some work into, it feels like you're done. It's almost like if all of the work that you've put into something wasn't enough, like everyone's just gonna have to figure it out for themselves at this point. I feel like you may have put something in your life on hold in order to do this. And it's almost like you may have stopped at the side of the road to like help somebody change a tire. And it's almost like, and 10 years later, all this time has gone by because you seem to have gotten like involved in whatever, you know what I mean? It feels like it was one thing led to another and you became kind of involved. And I feel like you're done. It's painful, but you're done. It feels like there's someone that's younger than you. It could be a child, or for some of you, if it's a pet, it feels particularly heartbreaking that you've had to leave this pet or child behind somehow. You feel like you're turning your back on them, but you seem to feel that even if that is what you're doing, you feel that that's the best thing for this person. Hang on, we're going to pull something on this. There's some more on this 8 of Swords. You feel like it's almost like, it feels like you being there, you feel like that's holding them back. It's almost the energy of like, as long as you're there, they'll always look to you, right? For the answers or for help or for assistance. It's not that they're not independent. It's just they've always kind of had you to bounce ideas off of. And it feels like you seem to feel that in order for them to grow, there needs to be some distance between the two of you. I feel like you know that this person already knows the answer, but then that like checking in with you sort of thing is kind of, I feel like recently there was a situation where you knew that they knew the answer and they told you the answer before they really even had like in the process of asking you for the answer, they answered it themselves, right? Like they didn't even finish that sentence. And I feel like, and now you're kind of like, I got to get out of here because my presence is stunting them. That's what it feels like. It feels like for those of you that are the person leaving, there's this element of like, of hoping that it's not going, your exit is not going to harden them too much. Almost like you don't want them to become, someone that doesn't take emotions into account, right? Like we all have to listen to logic and facts because that's facts, right? but they're hoping there does seem to be some element here of you feeling like it may harden them a little bit too much the way that you're leaving. You may feel like you had to leave without telling them because otherwise, I'm going to call you out a little bit here, Sag. You may feel that it was easier for them, or they wouldn't let you go if you told them. But I feel for some of you, it actually may have been easier for you to leave without telling them, for you to leave the way that you did. Because, because you actually can't bear to leave them. I feel like it may have been hard for them, but they seem to feel like they're actually more competent than they put themselves across, if that makes sense. What's this this Page of Pentacles here? Oh, for heaven's sakes, 1 second. So the Wheel of Fortune landed kind of like that, so we'll leave it. So what I'm kind of getting here is this younger person that you're kind of leaving behind. I feel like you may have felt that you would be in their life for like a long time, or you never really saw your life without them. It was kind of a situation where, like, if you had a rough upbringing, they had the same type, right? Like there was a lot of similarities in the sorrow that the two of you has suffered, and that seemed to bond you. And I feel like, hold on for a second. I feel like you missed the connection. Even though it may have been like a mentor-mentee relationship, it seems like you felt really understood by this person. But then as soon as I said that, I get this but I have to leave. So just looking at which deck we're going to pull. Sorry for the delay here, guys. Okay. Is there anything else Sag needs to understand about all this? I feel like the more distance you get away from this whole situation, Eight of Pentacles again, I feel like you may feel like you spent too much time working. I feel like it's like as soon as that thought kind of enters your mind, you know that that's not like a reasonable thing to believe, but you still are, it's like you're still feeling really bad about something, feeling like you didn't do enough. And I'm gonna ask you a question. Why is it that you feel that you didn't do enough in this relationship with this person? Because it feels like they, from what I'm seeing anyway, they seem to be on pretty solid ground. And I feel like the only thing is that you're hoping that the exit isn't going to hurt them too much. I feel like there's this element of a bit of fear that they'll forget you. Maybe that's not it for all of you. It's like a fear that, like, if this relationship meant a lot to you, there seems to be a little bit of like, did it not mean as much to that person? And I'm kind of getting that it did. It just feels like there seems to be a connection that still is there. it feels kind of like you may carry a piece of them with you. You felt really understood by them. And that seems to be, I feel like it's hard for you to experience that in relationships with other people. And that may be, it's almost this energy of feeling like it may take a long time for you to find that again. That's not necessarily what the cards are saying will happen. It just feels like that's kind of where you're at right now. So what's coming up? What's coming up in the near future for Sag? What do they have to look forward to? Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands and the Two of Cups. But the Ace of Wands came. So I actually feel like there's going to be, now I want to stress, just because the Lovers and the Two of Cups is in the read, and the Ace of Cups doesn't mean or not mean that this is, you know, soulmate, twin flame, or even a romantic relationship. I just want to stress that it may not. What I'm kind of getting here is it feels like something really exciting is coming your way. It's almost like as you're, just because of the way the cards fell out, as you're kind of focused on nostalgic, like really enjoying the memories of what you experienced with this person, I feel like something else is on its way that's going to be really exciting. It feels like it's something that you've waited for a long time. It's almost like the moment that you see this, I feel like a lot of the morose sort of energy that seems to bring you down about this whole situation, it seems to turn everything around. It may be something small, like a trinket, or for some of you it could be something that you've been waiting for to be delivered in the mail, like something, it feels very nostalgic, like an heirloom or something like that. I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like in the connection with this person, the way that they expressed love is the way that you experience love. So it made you feel loved in that situation. And I feel like if you're someone that doesn't make connections like that with people very often, I feel like whatever it is that is on its way, it makes you feel like you belong. It's almost like it reminds you that you're important, that you are loved. So I think I'll leave it there, Sag. Whoops. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.